Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Franklin from the Money Code Academy. On today's video, I want to share with you how I avoid debt and save more money. Now, if this is the first time of coming to this channel, on this channel I talk about personal finance, financial freedom. I talk about all things money. So if these are something that interests you, consider subscribing, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that the next time I post a new video, you'll be the first to receive that very video. Now, the reason I want to do this video is because if there is anything that you should do when it comes to debt, is to try as much as possible to avoid it at all costs. Although we are living in a society today where these things we cannot easily just avoid them, okay? But the truth is, to a great extent, there are few steps that we can take that will help you in this direction. I mean, these are some of the steps that I've taken, and trust me, it has helped me a great deal. So let's get right into it. The first thing that I've done to avoid debt is that I have made a decision that this is how I want to live my life for now. When it comes to debt, it's of great importance you understand that people have different ideas, okay, different notion about it. For some people, they don't have any issue with it if they are in debt here and there. But from past experience, I've come to understand that being in debt is not a good thing at all. I mean, it's not a good thing in any way. And I'm telling you, when you are in debt, it has a way of affecting your self-esteem. It destroys your confidence. It could make you develop some mental problems. So for me, I've decided that this is what I want to do. Now, if you want to stay away from debt, that's something that you need to make a conscious decision about. You tell yourself, I want to stay away from this. I want to stay away from this. You have to be deliberate about this. You get the point now? So that's something that I've done. I made a decision that this is how I want to live my life. I want to avoid it at all costs. Of course, you know that there are different kinds of debts, okay? Or different nature of debt, so you catch a better picture. There is an intentional debt and there is an unintentional debt. These are unintentional debts are debts where you enter this without you being intentional about it. For example, you know about the fines that is being given in certain nations regarding the COVID-19 and all that. Now, a situation whereby you fall into this kind of situation, you were given a fine for something that you were not planning, that's totally different, okay? But a situation whereby you knew that this thing, if you get involved in it, you're going to be indebted, and you still went ahead to get involved in it, that is the one I'm talking about. That's the one that you have to be deliberate about. I made a decision that I'm going to stay away from things like this, and you should make that decision as well. I mean, it's going to go a long way to help you. The next thing that I did to stay away, to avoid debt, is that I have become conscious of the decision that I made. I've become conscious about it. Let me give you an example. Recently I was trying to buy something, and the one that I was using before, it had a problem, so I had to just let it be. So I had the opportunity to buy another one, okay, and all I need to do is just put a down payment and I'll start paying little by little. I had that opportunity, I had that privilege, but I decided that I don't want to go through that route. It's a mindset, it's a consciousness. I decided I was not going to go through that route. I told myself I am going to save up for it and buy it at once. And that's what I did, and today I'm at peace. Every month I'm not going to have to start, looking at the due date. No. I bought it at once. Although there are certain things that you can't just pay in full depending on your financial ground, okay? For example, like a car, if you don't have the money to just pay at once for the car, then you could opt for the option, okay, of paying little by little, okay? But if you have the money, there is no better way to do it than just to pay off the car and that's it. You get the point now? So that's something that I've chosen to do. I chose to become conscious of it. And if you want to stay away from debt, then that's something that you need to work on. You've got to make a conscious decision that this is how it's going to be. So even when you have the privilege to buy certain things on credit, you wouldn't want to buy on credit because of the decision that you've made. Now, another decision that I've made, or rather another thing that I do to stay away from debt, is that I chose to stay away from anything that has to do with credit card. And this was after the experience that I had with a credit card. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I did that video where I took out time to explain some of the challenges that I had with the credit card. If you've not seen that video, I'll just put the link in the description box below. You can even see the thumbnail now showing on your screen. I'll just put that link and go and watch that video so you understand. Ever since I had that experience, I made up my mind, no credit card. I've had opportunities to use a credit card, but I told myself I'm not going to use it. You get the point now? It's a decision. It's my personal decision. It's not compulsory. You have to make this kind of decision as well. But this is something that I just told myself. It's better for me to avoid credit cards. You know, when it comes to credit cards, you should possess some character, some particular mindset. I did a video on that. I will just put it in the link below, okay? The different mindset you should have when you're using a credit card. I'll just link it in the description box below so that you go and listen to that video and then you will understand my point, okay? So I chose to stay away. I told myself it is better for me to stay away. I understand that using a credit card isn't all that bad. Of course, I understand the cash backs and all that, but I just prefer to just let it be. You know, so that's something that I've told myself, and I've been taking out time to ensure that I stay away from it, and it has helped me a great deal, you know. So you too can do the same as well. Now, another thing that I've been doing to stay away from debt is that I try to plan my needs in order of importance. You know, as an individual, we all have needs, we all have wants. Needs are those things that are very urgent. Wants are those things that we would like to have, but we don't have the opportunity to have it now. The challenge very many people face today is that they go all out for their wants, ignoring their needs. And this is a problem. It's a huge problem. Because see, when you go all out, you spend a lot of money just to get your want, and you have not fixed your need, you're going to fall into debt. It's the truth. It's the truth. This is where very many people have become deficient in. They do everything to get their wants. They go all out, spend a lot of money, and take credit cards, pay with credit card just to get their wants, ignoring their basic needs. And when all the money has been spent trying to get their wants, do you know what happens? The needs continue to look at them in the face. And when there is no money to attend to those basic needs, it becomes a problem. They begin to suffer because they went all out for the want, ignoring their needs. That's something that I decided I'm not going to do. Whatever money that is coming to me, I do everything possible to ensure that I use it to attack my needs, to fulfill all the needs, the things that are basic right now. And then for my wants, what I do with my wants is that I save up towards it. I save up towards it. So when I'm spending for my wants, I don't spend with regrets because I have taken out time to save up towards it. I remember the first vacation that I and my wife went for. This was something we wanted. We wanted it so bad. We've been married for some years and we just wanted something new. We just wanted to go somewhere. We just wanted to just have fun. You know, sometimes it's necessary. It's important in marriage. It helps to clear your head. It helps to clear your mind. And that's another this talk. Okay. But I discovered that even though we wanted this so badly, we still had a lot of needs. So what I did, or what we started doing, is that we began to take care of these things step by step, little by little. Now, we're handling our needs, but at the same time, we began to save up for our want. We began to save up for it. We began to save up for it. We began to save up for it. And we saved up for it, if I'm not mistaken, used 8 months to save up for our want. 8 months. We were doing it. It wasn't a burden for us. We just kept on doing it, just kept on doing it. And when it was time for us to go for vacation, we went for vacation. We were spending money without regrets, without guilt, without feeling bad, because we had planned for it. So that's something that, you know, I've been doing. I plan my needs in order of importance, making sure that my needs comes first before my wants. So that way, I'm avoiding entering into debt. You get the point now? Now, another thing that I've been doing to avoid, to stay away from debt, is that I put a budget in place based on my needs. There is a budget in place. There's a certain amount of money that goes into expenses. Okay, certain amount of money that goes into savings. Like that. Everything well detailed in my budget. So there is a budget in place. You know, most people don't understand the importance of budgeting. I've done a video on that. I will just put the link below. Make sure you watch that video to help you a great deal. I've also done a video on how to come out of debt. I'll also put the link below. These 2 videos, I did a mini series. So watch those videos to help you a great deal to approach some of these things. Most people don't think that budgeting is important, but the truth is, if you are running your finances on a budget, you will hardly fall into debt. As a matter of fact, budgeting will help you to come out of debt very fast, especially if you are able to have a solid budget and you stick to it. You get the point now? Now, another thing that I've been doing to avoid debt is that I try to avoid buying what I need, not what I want. You get the point now? So I go for the things that I need and not what I want. That's how I've been using to balance it. And then on that thing I've been trying to do is that I try to live within the budget. Within the budget. So I don't live above it, I live within it. There are times when there are excesses. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm guilty about that. There are times when I spend outside the budget, but whatever it is, I try as much as possible to control it. Whatever excess is something that I know I'm able to manage. Okay, so that's something that I've been trying to do to stay away from debt, and you too can do the same. Now, another very important thing that I try to do is that I pay God first, and then myself, and then others. I'm going to take our time to do in another video, okay, because most people don't understand the importance of this sequence. The reason I pay God first, and when I'm talking about paying God first, I give God 10% of my income. Now, the reason I do that is because His word says so. The second reason I do that is because I've seen a lot of benefits in doing this. So I give to God first. And I do that because I recognize that He is my creator. He is the one who gave me the ability, the privilege, and the opportunity to be able to earn that which I earned. Okay, so I recognize his role in my life. And then after giving to God first, another thing that I do is that I pay myself. That's something that very many people don't give attention to. Now, when I'm talking about paying myself first, I mean I remove whatever it is that I need to remove for myself, for my immediate needs and all that, before I start looking in the direction of paying for my rent, paying for light bill. All those are orders. What most people do is that when they receive their salary, they pay others first. They pay their rent, pay their light bill, their water bill, their heater bill, every other bill. They are just doling it and doling. So at the end of the day, what they have left is nothing. They have nothing left for themselves, which shouldn't be the case. So if you're going to avoid that, you must learn to pay yourself first. So the sequence that I have been operating on, and it has helped me a great deal. Something that I've noticed is that even paying God first has gone a very long way to, create new opportunities for me, new channels of income. So having new channels of income, it has helped me a great deal to, get money from other sources. And, so this has gone a very, very long way. You get the point now. So that's something that I have done over time, and I believe that if you do this, it will go a very long way to help you as well. So that'll be all for this video. If you've learned something, don't forget to drop me a comment, give it a thumbs up, and most importantly, share the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so.